Good there, Paul.
All right, here's our next plant, Rhus aromatica in the Anacardiaceae. Its common name is skunk bush, and it's a close relative of poison oak. Toxicodendron and Rhus are genera that are closely related to one another. There's another skunk bush that lives in kind of to the east, I think it's a pretty widespread range, called Rhus trilobata. But recently, Rhus aromatica in California was separated as its own species. So this is a species endemic to California now, Rhus aromatica. And it's a low shrub, and it's deciduous, so not many leaves here. There are some dead ones here that we can look at. And this plant can really look a lot like poison oak, but because it's also got alternate compound leaves that are in threes. But I'm going to show you something that is different about these leaves. So they can be kind of lobed as well. They're a little bit more regularly lobed than poison oak. But what they don't have the poison oak has is the terminal leaflet does not have a petiolule. So it's just stuck right on there. And so all three leaflets are just sort of sessile, so they don't really have petiolules. They're all just stuck on. Whereas if you look at a poison oak leaf, the lateral leaflets are sessile without petiolules, but the terminal leaflet has a stalk. Okay, so that's a really great character that you can hold on to. Now, there's another really good character with this plant that you can see even when it doesn't have any leaves, and that is the ends of the branches, the buds. They look different than poison oak buds. And I'll get a close up here of this one here. So you can see it's like little clusters of buds at the end of the branch. You can see that there and there. And that's not what poison oak looks like at all. Poison oak has kind of usually an asymmetrical kind of one bud kind of pointing off into a different direction. So this plant, also it's called aromatica because it has if you crush the leaf, it has a kind of a spicy odor, which is kind of true for a lot of the members of this family, Anacardiaceae. We may have mentioned before that this is the family of mangoes and cashews. And most individuals of most species of this family have resins, and many of them are fragrant resins. Where does it grow? Like a lot of the plants we've been learning today, you see it in drier kind of foothills of the Sierra, low elevations, or here in the East Bay Hills, kind of in a range in low elevation California, kind of around the Central Valley. And yeah, it can grow in really extensive shrubs. Sometimes it can be taller than me, and they can really dominate small areas. In here you find it growing next to this dry creek bed, which is also pretty common. You can see it kind of growing along trails also here at Mount Diablo State Park. All right, so skunk bush, it's got alternate trifoliate leaves that are deciduous, and they turn this kind of brick red when they're falling off the plant. They can be separated from toxicodendron leaves because they have all three leaflets are sessile. They don't have the lateral leaflets and the terminal leaflet, whereas poison oak has a stalk on the terminal leaflet. And the buds look different too. They have clusters of buds at the end of the stem. That's all I got to say.